Okay, folks, welcome back to Let's Play Starflight 2. I'm the mysterious JG. Same rules in effect as last time, folks, in that if I cut off the video suddenly, it's because people just walked in the door. But in the meantime, we're going to try and... oh, you know what? I forgot to make my map available. Yeah, I just got Diablo 3. Check that out. I went to Best Buy the other day, picked up some classics that I wanted to have valid key CD keys to, and Diablo 3. So, whoop-dee. You're not really here to hear about that, though, so let's stay on target. Where the heck is my Starflight 2 game map? Here we go. The game map being different from other files I have, in that there's a bunch of files which are like spoiler-laden maps. This one basically just tells you things you would know from nothing but the stuff that was included in the game packaging. So well, you can't see my cursor, but we're at 3569. Woo! And we've decided, based on the clues provided by the Tandaloo, that there's a race at 125.91 or so, the TLV, who will buy Tandaluvian Happy Juice, which we just bought as much of as we could. And we've learned that the Humna Humna love product that they sell called Livelong. Now, the Humna Humna have a planet down at like 235, 236, something like that, 236.41. But I think they've got a planet that's closer than that, because we encountered them in a sort of downspin and outward region of space. So there's two star systems down there. We'll check them both, see if one of them's got Humna 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 Norden, Humna Humna. And if they do, great. And if they don't, well, we might have some Livelong in our hold for a while. So let's take off to the Great White North. 3, 2, 1. Just checking. Just providing a great opportunity for you guys to see whether this video is slightly off sync later. Great thing about Starflight is there's not that many game sounds that I need to make sure are synced up properly, but now I had precise coordinates, but I've kind of lost them in my mind a bit. Let's look at the star map. It would be a good idea to hit that flux, but that flux that's right here, to zoom up to here. But then we've got to try to kind of avoid the fluxes until we get up here. Right? Then when it's time to actually sell Livelong to the Humna Humna, I guess we encountered them right at the outpouring point of that flux. The outpouring point, JG? Yeah. So we'll check down here, and then we'll check up here. And one of these two systems are the ones marked. These are the two nearby systems that are marked as having life, or intelligent life. So we'll check those for Humna Humna, and I think this one over here might have something too. But first we're going to visit the TOV, who we're pretty sure we know exactly where they are. They're in here. We will try not to get up here, which is where we were attacked by guys who tried to kill us big time. So there's flux. Now we get out of here in this direction and head for... look for the Union. It's up here, like 124.95 or so. So we'll head up that way. Now, one of the things that we know, we're not actually in the Cloud Nebula yet, folks. Don't panic. Oh, we are. Sorry. Okay, so maybe we need to head to 125.89 and then head up. Because you get too deep into the Cloud Nebula, you get that message. And we did notice it last time, but there's a lot of stuff happening, and I didn't dwell on it, that said, Seymour Guado and Nobunaga Oda are feeling strange. And now you look at them, and they're like pawing at each other and stuff, so you're like, whoa, really? Wow, guys, come on. But no, we did get a message saying that Seymour Guado and Nobunaga Oda were feeling strange. Now, for all the fun and joking around we can have about those two characters that the crew members are named for, in fact, in-game, what's special about Seymour Guado and Nobunaga Oda? They're human. They're the only two human members of my crew. And they both started feeling strange, sort of a nondescript strangeness, when we came into the Cloud Nebula. Although they haven't given us that message again yet, so I guess you have to get a little ways in first. But you would have to assume that the game will explain that little, like, teasing piece of plot eventually. Then again, the last game we played all the way through without ever really finding out about the Ulek. Yeah, Seymour Guadaro and Nobunaga Oda are feeling very strange. We got motion detected. I'm not going to wait around to see who those people are. It's possible to encounter other alien species in the nebula. The ones from outside the nebula are also skirting around and exploring the edges. But if I see an encounter nearby in the nebula, I pretty much stay away from it. Hey, I was almost exactly right. If this is the right system. Yeah, this is the right system. It took a minute for the satellite to start making its noises, so I was wondering there for momentarily. So we got a M. Shara class planet here. This is someplace that if it didn't already have sentient life forms, we would be able to recommend as a colony world. But it's inhabited by the TOV, who are Stone Age, densely populated. They have a level economy, but they don't barter. A race of small, many-limbed arboreal creatures. They have an exaggerated sense of humor and seem interested only in jokes and games. Note, our primary source of Livelong. They sell Livelong and singing beetles. I have this vague recollection that singing beetles are one of the specialty items you can find a buyer for, but since I don't know where the buyer is yet, I'm not going to invest in it. They buy Tandaluvian Happy Juice, Shimmercloth, and the 8-legged rhino. The man-beast rhino and his 8 legs. It is raining. I do not see a trade center. We are scanning new terrain, and there's some caves. Because these people are Stone Age, they live in caves. What is that? Some TOV on foot. Oh, yeah, normally we see vehicles. But the TOV are in Stone Age, so when we just encounter them out on the town, as it were, they're going to be on foot. See if we can find another cluster of caves that has a trade center. So far, no good. Come on, guys. I don't want to spend this whole video searching for your trade center. Ah, I saw a little pink thing in the corner of one of those caves on the long distance view. I thought I did anyway. Should mean that it's a trade cave. Yes. I would like to trade. We are the TLV. We will play this game of buy and sell. It is a good game, though we know many that are better. How should we begin? Remember, there's no bartering with these guys. We got Tandaluvian Happy Juice for like half price. They're willing to pay 1.5, so that's pretty freaking awesome. 1610, there was certainly a fair offer if ever there was one. You can't bargain with them, and if you try too hard, you'll piss them off. But let's just try once, just to see. You are a most matchful trader. With any lesser trader, I might consider it, but I know that I would lose your respect if I did other than stand on my offer of 1610. See, that they won't actually change. So we will sell it all. Thank you for selling us that. It is something we value most highly. We are in your debt. And sell all of it. And we're up at 130, 136. Yeah, pretty good. This is Livelong at 100% of its trade value. Do not bother trying to barter. It is my very best price. Can we get them down at all? No. They will not barter even a little. So we're going to buy as much of it as we can afford. Because I'm assuming that we will be able to sell this to the Humna Humna. That's quite a lot of the stuff. But we don't want to sell all of it to the Humna Humna. We want to hold on to a little bit of it. because we want to be able to sell it to them in the future to get them on our good side if we find something that we want to buy from them. In the meantime, maybe I should have left myself with more than 200 shinium pennies, but when it comes to Livelong purchasing, I'm all in. I just hope we don't run out of fuel. If we run out of fuel, it will be evident that I messed up. Alrighty. Let us navigate our way out of this system and out of this cloud nebula. Simurguara and Nobunaga are exhibiting signs of schizophrenia, cause unknown. Could be stress-related. Recommend extended leave in near future. Okay, so basically they're freaking out. We need to get out of here. We could just make a beeline straight for this planet. Because it's one of the two that we think is worth checking. Or we could head for that flux and go down to the one that's even further downspin first. But either way, I just want to get some distance from this cloud. I don't know if there's long-term impact of keeping those guys in there. For no apparent reason, Seymour Guado and Nobunaga Oda have recovered suddenly and completely. So you take them into the cloud and they start going mental, apparently. I think I'll just avoid those fluxes because they're always really confusing. You hit the flux and then there is inhabited unidentified object, eh? I'm going to move out of range in case they're hostile and then scan them. I just heard a pew sound. Okay, this is a different species, but they're also started shooting pew-pews at us before they even hailed us. Now, one of these systems is inhabited, but it's not one of the ones that I was planning on visiting immediately, because I don't think the Humna Humna are on one of these. Might as well scan it and see if it's habitable, and it isn't. Well, maybe while I'm here I'll take a look at that planet, but we don't have any money to buy anything. It's sort of the bottom, downspin, forward edge of the... No, not Doctor. Dr. Anastasia actually did have to treat people. You didn't get to see her first treating people action because of people who got injured during hunting for life forms, but... Okay, so it's actually this star here has some kind of inhabited planet, apparently. I had been carefully checking every system for inhabitable worlds, so I think I'll oh, this planet's inhabited. I wasn't really thinking this was likely to be it. Inhabited by Der Shakti. Industrial technology level, they don't trade. No economy and no trading. A race of flying carnivorous plants, their policy of immediately devouring other sentient forms has kept them from being very popular. Okay. Well, I really want to save my game and visit these guys, but I'm worried about, just to see what happens. I'm worried about, I remember how this works. If I quit without saving, can I save it as... I don't want to mess with it. I definitely want to land there and check it out. I'd be curious, but I don't like saving in the middle of a video recording because of concerns that I'm going to lose the video. So let's make a note to come back here and get eaten by the carnivorous plants, because I'm curious. Flying carnivorous plants who devour all others on sight. I think it's just kind of a joke that they're even marked as a sentient species, because generally those sentient species, it's just they mark them so that you can go trade there. 9337. Oh, it's going to take us a lot of fuel to get there. I kind of hope this is the Humna Humna, because we're going to need. I don't have any freaking money, but we're going to need to buy fuel. As soon as we sell this Livelong, we need to buy a bunch of fuel. I'm not going to be able to take all the Livelong profits and dump them directly into equipment. We're going to have to put some of it into replacing all the fuel that we used to get the Livelong. Oh, the livelong day. I've been trading with Humna Humna. Oh, the livelong day. Humna Humna Humna. Should I be doing a Jackie Gleason voice or an Art Carney voice for the Humna Humna? Clearly one of the two is intended by the makers of the game. Alright, let's see who this is. Here we go. Inhabited by Humna Humna. Spacefaring, dense technology, or dense population, level economy, bargain a lot. An exceptionally talented race of master traders and ambassadors, known to be extremely fair and wise. We also happen to be the creators of these trade boys. Trade boy! They will sell data crystals. I remember who you sell them to, and it's not a race that we will have trading rights with for a while. And they will buy Livelong and delightful fungus chews, which, as we recall from the Tandaloo, are sold by some race on the far outward edge of the system, or the galaxy. But we don't actually know exactly which ones. And they buy vacuum slugs. Awesome. So what I will do, I knew that there was somebody nearby I could sell vacuum slugs to. What I'm going to do is I'm going to sell them the vacuum slugs first. I'll barter a little, but I won't go out of my way to get a great price for them, even though we've got a bunch of them and we can make a good profit. Well, it would be all profit. We didn't pay anything for them except my time that I spent at the airport waiting around for my flight back to the States collecting them. But we'll sell them for a decent price, for not a bad price at the Humna Humna, to get them happy with us before we sell them the Livelong. That's my thinking. Hopefully we landed right in the middle of their town. No, we didn't. But we landed pretty close to one. Now I'm just curious, do you have vacuum slugs on your planet? Looks like they do. Which means I didn't really need to collect a ton of them before I got here. Yeah, you can collect vacuum slugs on their planet, so collecting a ton of vacuum slugs and bringing them here wasn't really a brilliant trading move on my part. But, we can still sell them. There's no reason that I shouldn't have been collecting them as long as I was gathering stuff on that other world. We, the important ambassadorial ambassadors and significant emissaries of the Humna Humna, hello and welcome for purposes of trading and exchange. I will see they're not interested in buying any of this nutritive fluids. But they will buy vacuum slugs. 766, do we have a deal? 1800. You're a most astute trader, but 1800 is not acceptable. I suggest 881, a fair offer. I'm afraid I cannot go that high. Perhaps I might be persuaded to go as high as 988, but that's most certainly my limits. You know I would not lie to you. 988 is my best offer. You clearly do not understand. That is my final offer. Okay, we'll go for that. Sell it all. And we've got enough now. Wow, we got 110,000 more or less out of that. That's enough for us to buy some fuel. Let's buy some fuel so that let's just buy basically as much fuel as we can. Well, no, what? I can buy a ton of fuel for this much. There's no reason to completely spend all of our money on fuel. But I wanted to buy the fuel now so that I'll be able to take the Livelong sales as profit. And so we got 60 grand before we sell the Livelong. And we've got 96 units of Livelong, so I think we'll leave ourselves with like 10. But right now, his starting offer is 22% of its value, and we got it for 100. So we need to try to argue him up as high as we can to make some money, but we were making a little bit of profit just right off the bat. I must warn you, I am new at this trading business. 1715 is probably much too high, but as I said, I do not know what I am doing. 3,500. Perhaps I could go substantially higher. This is an important sale. No, on second thought, my offer stands at 1715. I would agree to a final offer of 2023. You must take it or leave it. For you, I'll pay the one-time special offer of 2239. 2500. The Humna Humna love bartering. You can barter with them for quite a while before they get pissed. I simply cannot agree to 2500. How could I have forgot? Today we have a special deal on Livelong. The special high offer is 2390. 2450. Agreed. Thank you for selling us. That is something we value most highly. We are in your debt. Sell it all? No, we're going to sell. How much do we have? 96 point something, right? So we'll sell 86.4. Now we have 272,000 shittium pennies. Awesome. What can we buy from these guys? Data crystals. Don't know where to sell them at this point. Standard trade goods. It doesn't hurt you anything to buy them in a level economy, but you're better off buying them in a depressed economy. And now that we've got a trade route worked out, I don't think I'm going to mess with standard trade goods at all. Because as you've seen, we still haven't found some place to sell these nutritive fluids. It's just random whether or not there will be an offer for them at all. We still have vacuum slugs that we didn't sell? Oh, we didn't sell the one. Yeah, we picked up a vacuum slug on their world, didn't sell that. Off we go. Any purchase goods will be transferred to your ship. Thank you. Come again. Excellent. So let's head directly north to our ship. At this point, I don't even think we're going to bother to check out that planet. That the other place we thought the Humna Humna might have been from. We won't even check that out this time. We're going to head back to Starport instead and see what kind of goodies we can buy for our ship now that we've done a successful Livelong run. Excellent stuff. Let's see how much fuel we actually have. I stocked up on fuel and I've already kind of forgotten what we bought. Yeah, we got it. Okay, so we've got more fuel now than we started out the game with. And we'll just do a direct run back to our home system, which I think is 3573. Okay. Oh, well, we could go try to see if this is more Humna Humna to talk to. Might give us more information. But there's also at least one race of dudes who... Ah, yes, well, new disciples. Greetings and blessings of the Tandaloo HV. I am Commander Dip of this most hallowed vessel. You have heard of our teachings, and you have come to learn from us. Let us now begin. Okay, well, they identified themselves before I could speculate as to whether they were the bad guys who shot pew-pews or the Humna Humna. And they were, of course, neither. And this is not a warship. This is like a scout ship, so it's not even that big. This is Captain Seymour Guado of the starship ISS Blue Dragon. Such is the strength of our faith in Thadok that we do not require of it that it makes sense. In fact, we prefer that it does not. We were asking them about the Spemen. Unless they finished up with that. As for other aliens, well, a race known as the Dweena live upspin from this region. Ah, well, a most inconsequential race. They are makers of god masks, however, a most desired item, certainly. So upspin of them is where we can get god masks. That's actually useful to know. Within the cloud dwell Umanyu. Yes, we Tandaloo are not intimidated by them, hostile though they may be. Yep, they already told us about the Umanyu, and what they told us did not make them sound like people we wanted to visit. We are interested in information concerning the past. We are Dustin Rhodes. Exactly 16,407 flowerings ago, or 1,800 of your years, our sun brothers, the Lowar, came to this most holy region of space in order to learn from us the way of the divine ceremony. Yes. What do you know about the Lowar? Ah, yes, sadness. We mourn the loss of our sun brothers, yes. Were there many vines, they were our only disciples who could properly perform the Thadok Bryug. Ah, yes. Okay, so there's another plant species that would make Tandaloo, Eloan, and the Lowar. What caused you to change so much? The terrible Umanyu caused them change, who first traveled here with the Loar as friends and later turned on them and destroyed them, were no doubt influenced by the improper rituals of the Ashvara. Yes. Is this not definite proof of the Ashvara's evil ways? Okay, so the Umanyu apparently used to be nice, and they betrayed the Loar. At least that's how the Tandaloo perceived it. In their undying admiration of us, their teachers of the one truth, the Loar presented us Eshvi with Gorzek Metal Father before their final destruction. Yes. Alright, so the Loar created Gorzek. That's good to know. Gorzek Metal Father. It's an interesting name. Gorzek is wise in the ways of Thadok and contains the wisdom of the Loar. He is advisor to all Tandaloo, but, of course, his true allegiance is to us, the Eshvi. Gorzek circles continuously the gas planet of System 2879. We Eshvi have given him a prime directive, Class 1 priority override. He is to concern himself with nothing other than the destruction of the Ashvara, they who have destroyed the most valuable thing. Yes, well, I don't think Gorzek actually paid any mind to that instruction, but in the grand cosmic scheme of things, okay, we're done talking. Alright, so let's shuffle off to Buffalo here. And this is where having those Class 5 engines comes in handy. This would be a long and expensive trek to make on Class 1 engines. Because, yeah, we were like... well, a third of the way maybe across the galaxy towards the core. While we're here, we'll take a quick look at this system, see if we can recommend any planets for colonization. I'd love to get that system scanner that they talked about. We have to go back and check through our notes and see which planet we can go buy that on. No atmosphere. It's a nice place, but no atmosphere. Boom! And screw it, I'm not going to check the others. There's always a small chance that one of those non-blue planets will be inhabitable, but it's usually the blue ones that are. Check and see if I can talk to somebody over here. No, I missed them. Okay, whatever. They were probably just more Tandaloo. I think we're close enough to the Tandaloo worlds that we're not going to encounter anybody else. We haven't heard everything they have to say, but their information they give us on the past is... it's interesting, but it's not really going to give us like very specific hints about where to go and what to do. We need to start finding out more about like the Loar. I think what we have to do is get the most valuable thing back from the Spemen. And I don't think we're quite ready for that yet. I'd like to get some shields and stuff first. Although really, the Spemen have like super weapons from the Uleks, so I don't know that we can... I don't think we're expected to be able to defeat them in battle before we start messing with trying to go to the planet Bemfblunk. Our ship has recently returned with the device found in some ancient Legic ruins on the 5th planet of the System 132-6. Okay, so this we actually do probably need to look up. Somehow this device is able to translate the writings in those ruins into a form that is decipherable by our computers. This device has been installed on all terrain vehicles and will function automatically. But, the 5th planet of 132-6, I'm probably meant to remember 132-6 and check it out for myself. So, you know, remember that blastopod you bought really cheap? Guess who has a detonator? Borno. But yeah, you can see we made some money there with trading. Wait, what? I'm only seeing one... oh, am I reading these out of order somehow? I don't understand what sequence these are in. 2401 fourth, and then it goes down to 25, but then it goes up to 28, then it goes down to... oh, the month changed. Okay. So yeah, it is what I thought it was. The bottom one's the most recent, but we made that 274... that must all be from... it's on the Livelong, of course, but where is... our profits from... oh, no, our overall profits probably from the visit with the TOV. We probably spent more money with the TOV than we made because we bought more Livelong than we managed to sell Tandaluvian Happy Juice. Alright, whatever. Ship configuration. We have 280 grand to spend, basically. Which means class 5 shields, class 5 armor for sure. Can't really get like the absolute best weapons, but I think we've hit the point where we're going to be safe to travel around. So we'd probably need to do one or two more. If we could do that same trade run again, 2 more runs of that, and we'll have enough to get class 5 everything. And then we'll be in good shape to start chasing down some clues. I mean, once we got class 5 everything, I mean, save your game, keep your fingers crossed, don't take unnecessary risks, but you got to be ready to go check out Benfblunk and try to get the plot moving at that point. So, very good. Alright. Just for the hell of it, let's get this TV Lifeform shield. And can we sell it back? Yes, for about a quarter of what we paid for it. But now we got the TV Lifeform shield as well. And although I don't plan on doing a lot of messing around with animals on the planet's surface, it's just nice to get as many of those artifacts as you can. It can, yeah, you feel like a completionist, and it wasn't that expensive. And we're going to have to make at least 2 more runs of the Livelong trade route we've determined or discovered before we can possibly get all the stuff we need anyway. Very good. Alright, so I think what I will do is call it a video. Next time we're going to check and see if we can actually do that trade route again. We'll check and see if the Tandaluvian Happy Juice is available to us, and if it isn't, well, we can probably go to the TLV planet. We won't make as much money because we don't have as much money to buy Livelong, but I'm worried about buying all the Livelong that is available. You probably don't want to completely tap the Livelong supply. But there's only one way to find out if that's a threat, and that's to attempt to do it. So this has been Mysterious JG. I want to thank you guys for watching. When we come back, you know, we're now in a position where we can go explore pretty safely. Actually, now that I think about it, it might be time to not mess with that again. The Tandaloo told us that the Dweenal are upspin of them. So there's, by my count, you got 4 stars that look like good candidates at 55 105, at 5 151, at about 7 158. Okay, so maybe there's 5, not 4. Then there's something at like 55 195, and there's something at about 12 208. I think I got one of those coordinates wrong. The 10x line I thought was a 5x, so I got one of those 2 yellow stars wrong. Either way, the point is, we've now got class 5 engines and a lot of fuel, so we could go up and explore those planets. If we find the Dweenal and we buy god masks from them, that will make the Tandaloo like us. And they were selling something we wanted, but I can't remember exactly what. Either way, I'm going to end the video. Maybe we'll do that next time, a little variety, and that'll also give the TOV a little chance to make some Livelong. We don't want to just like completely hit. I think it's not a good idea to pull the same trade route several times in a row because you dry up the supply of whatever your good is that you're starting your trade run with. Like, we bought all the Tandaluvian Happy Juice that was available on the entire planet. So we probably want to give them a chance to make more before we start messing with more of that. Anyway, folks, that's going to be it for this video. When we come back, more trading, more excitement, and you can see I'm quite pleased. Basically, running into the Humna Humna in the last video and getting that info out of them was a very good deal for us because it paid for itself. Obviously, the Shinium that we gave them has been paid for many times over by us being able to complete that trade run this early in the game. And hopefully this is an auspicious start. We must have been properly doing the rituals of the Doc Brog. Anyway, see you guys next time. Bye-bye.